We're now leaving Boston after being here from Thursday to Monday. We're going to tell you the top spots, top eats, top travel tips, everything live footage. First up, we have Charles River Esplanade. This is a free spot to go to. You can see there's sometimes live events at that Shell Stadium. You can go and kayak on the Charles River for only $30 an hour, I believe, so that's very reasonable. There's also windsurfing and sailboating there. If you go later in the day, there's beer garden areas around. You can see some wildlife. Just a very pretty, cool spot to go. I definitely recommend checking that out. So from there at the Charles Esplanade, you can see here's this footbridge. You can see where the Shell is, so it's right across from the Shell. You take this footbridge and then it's only a 10 to 12 minute walk to Boston Common Park, America's first park. And Cheers is only a couple blocks from there, so if you're a fan of the show, I'd recommend checking it out. And here's Boston Common. It's a beautiful park, a lot of trees, a lot of shade, ponds. You could take the Swan boat. And from there, then we walked around downtown, and my girlfriend and I were in agreement this was our favorite part of the trip. You could see all the old churches, the beautiful architecture, the triple-decker housing, just amazing, amazing area to walk around. We also tried Capital One Cafe, so if you have a Capital One credit card, definitely take advantage of it because you get 50% off your order. So now we got our first food review right in the downtown area of Boston. You got Luke's Lobster. Unfortunately, we weren't able to save the video when we had a review because Instagram decided not to save it, but highly recommend getting it. You can get a lobster roll for either in the 4 ounce or the 6 ounce. Honestly, one of the cheaper lobster rolls we were able to get, and it had the best flavor. So definitely check out Luke's Lobster. Next on the list, we have Boston Public Library. This is right outside of Copley Station off the Green Line Metro. As you can see, there's a farmer's market that goes on there right outside the building. There's just beautiful architecture and some really cool paintings on the inside. There's a courtyard out there where they were performing live music. They had violin players, singers, and other stuff like that. I really love the lion sculptures on the inside. And there's also a new modern day section of the library where you can go and borrow books. There's plenty of study halls where college students and anyone else, if you need a quiet place to study, can go. So I highly recommend checking out Boston Public Library. Super cool space. Next on the list, Quincy Market Building. There's a lot of shops to check around here. Super cool area. There's a lot of cool spots right around here I'm going to break down for you later. But our next food review is Wicked Lobster. Not quite as good as Luke's, but still very, very good. Nice butter flavor and just super hearty bites of lobster. Just huge pieces. So definitely
here,
worth it.
Bell in Hand Tavern, one of the bars very close to the Quincy Market area, had a nice Samuel Adams and a summer ale. Very just relaxing spot. Bell in Hand is America's oldest bar, and the Sons of Liberty would have some secret meetings here. I would say I probably wouldn't get the lobster roll here. Not that it was bad, but you can just get better ones like at Wicked Lobster or Luke's. But still a very, very nice bar. And literally right next to Bell in Hand, we have Union Oyster House. This is America's first restaurant ever. And of course we had to try the oysters, which my girlfriend was not a fan of, but I'll give you my reaction right here.
Very salty. I'm not gonna lie. First one had me questioning. The second one was much better. You gotta give the second try.
The lobster mac and cheese special of the day there was really, really good. Of course, I'm just a huge sports fan, so seeing things like the Bruins, Red Sox, Patriots, that was super cool. Now, next, this area is right by the Boston Massacre site. Definitely would check it out. There's some really, really cool buildings. I love this one. It's got literally the sculpture of a unicorn and a lion, so that was awesome.
So our next spot, this is also right in the Quincy Market area. The statue of Samuel Adams in the square. We were lucky enough to see the Breeze team in action at this time. These guys were amazing. They put on a great show.
Guys, that was horrible. He wants noise. He wants energy. This kid is very emotional. He cries a lot. We're gonna do this over again. Take 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Make some noise for Lil Ziggy! Yeah! Easy, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, folks, we're down to our last couple spots we checked out in Boston. This is the Seaport District. A lot of really cool buildings around here. It's a little more modernized. And to be honest, we didn't necessarily love the huge modernized feel, but still being able to check out like the fish exchange was super cool. And they had an artist who made all these wonderful sculptures. He has a lot more animals, so I'd still recommend checking out the Seaport District. You might like the vibes more than me. There's an area right there you can participate in throwing tea in the river, like the Boston Tea Party. And there's still some awesome buildings to check out here. We will say, on an honest review, at Cisco Brews, did not have that good of a time. That could have just been us. Just wasn't our crowd, wasn't our scene. Much rather have gone back to Bell in Hand or something like that. But it might be worth you checking out. Again, there's that sculpture, and the artist made quite a few other ones. So if you like art, check it out. Next, we got Mike's Pastry. You might hear about this if you're visiting Boston. We thought it was okay. I'm not gonna lie, that lobster tail, I was thinking about it again, but overall it was just okay. Our one restaurant we went to in Seaport District, Row 34, tried Boston clam chowder for the first time, which I thought was delicious. The mussels were just average, but clam chowder was delicious. Finally, for destinations, check out the North End neighborhood, huge Italian area, and right over there is Paul Revere's house and part of the Freedom Trail. Super cool area to check out. Last restaurant review of the trip, Taqueria Jasico, probably pronounced it wrong, but amazing birria tacos. You dip the tacos into that soup, or whatever they create for you. So delicious. 9.5 out of 10. This was in East Boston. Highly recommend trying it. Finally, some travel tips. Definitely take the subway. Only about $2.50 per ride. Super cheap. Highly recommend taking that. Don't rent a car, please. Then really, you should stay at Alan's place, Airbnb. I'm not sponsored by him. It was just an amazing experience there. A lot cheaper than staying at a hotel, and it puts you right in East Boston. Super friendly people, super nice neighborhood, and you'll be right across from King's Slush. Amazing ice cream there, so definitely check that out. And if you stay at Alan's place, you'll only be a 7-minute walk to the airport station, which will help you right on the blue line. And so for directions to get to places like Charles River Esplanade, you'll hop inbound to Bowden on the blue line, and you'll take 4 stops then, your final stop there being at Government Center. And then you'll hop on the green line, which you could take the B, C, D, or E on the green line, go inbound to Boston College. And from there, you'll take just 4 more stops to Copley, and we'll show you the directions right there. From Copley, you'll just take a nice 10-minute walk on Dartmouth Street up north to get you to Charles River. Super beautiful area. Nice, peaceful walk. And then to get back home, all you want to do is go outbound back from Copley Station to Government Center, and then that'll be another 4 stops, of course, and then go outbound on the blue line back towards Wonderland, outbound to Wonderland, but then, of course, get off at Airport Stop, which will be another 4 stops, and then you'll be able to take a nice 10-minute walk back home. Super easy. Now, we did take the bus one time to Seaport District. It's easy enough, but I honestly recommend just taking the train most of the time. It's a lot faster, and Charles River is honestly the most strenuous one, being 8 stops total. Most places, if you want to get just to like the North End area, will only be a couple stops. My name's Millie Lane. That is the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some good information out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to click on the Expedia link I'll have in the comment below, in the description below. Full discretion, I'll get some commission money if you end up purchasing plane tickets or anything from them. I'm not gonna beg you guys to do that or anything. I just highly recommend you do check out Expedia, because I've always found a lot cheaper plane tickets going that route. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Comment below with any questions or concerns or anything you liked about the video. Have a good one, y'all.